on your screen now, led by one Dr. Mudomi Diankolu. And there is also Muriuki, an advocate at Mawera too. And just to guide the listeners on what is going on, the governor is now adducing his evidence, and that evidence shall, that the witness who was on the stand before the Senate went for lunch or broke for lunch will take the stand again for cross-examination by the county assembly, and thereafter, if there is any re-examination, and the governor had indicated, can see the legal team of the governor led by Elisha Ongoya and Elias Mutuma, and there is Okubasu Duncan. They are ready to give evidence in trying to defend the impeachment of the governor. And the governor indicated in the morning that she was going to call for witnesses, and the third witness is coming back for cross-examination rather. And the ones that is done, can see there is the county governor for Meru, Kawira Mwangaza, together with her lawyer, Elias Mutuma. Once the Senate resumes, the governor will have to call her final witness rather, and thereafter, the senators will have an opportunity to field questions and requests for clarification by senators. And once that is done, then the Senate will continue rather to hear the closing statements on behalf of the county assembly. And they will have 1 hour or 60 minutes to do so. And after the county assembly has made their closing statements and remarks on this matter, the Senate will have the governor rather will have 60 minutes or 1 hour to make a closing statement on that impeachment. And then the Senate now, after that, will resort to debate on that motion for impeachment, and thereafter vote on whether to impeach the governor for Meru County or not to uphold that impeachment by the County Assembly of Meru. Just see the quorum bell has stopped ringing. The speaker is on. The speaker is, we are over, we see if there is quorum. Yeah.
Clerk, proceed to call the first order, please.
Order number 1, communication from the chair. Order number 2, hearing and determination of the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County.
Now, I'm informed when we took the lunch break, witness Dixon Munene was on the stand, and he was being cross-examined by the county assembly team, and that they had 30 minutes to conclude that cross-examination. So kindly let the witness take the stand and counsel for the county assembly. You may now proceed with the cross-examination. You have 30 minutes.
belong to? The governor.
Regulate me, there is an AIE order under that office.
There is an AIE hold, of course, but the document is clear. These are transactions in the office of?
Of the governor.
Good. Please confirm, Mr. Munene, that the governor's explanation for all these prepayments is that they were impressed. Is that what the record shows?
That is not what the governor's explanation is.
Sergeant at times, is there a problem with the witness's microphone? And Mr. Mnene, when you're responding, get closer to the microphone so that we can hear your response.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think it's now clearer.
Mr. Munene, you know there is a matter on the record. Are you saying the governor's explanation is not that the prepayments on these IFMIs were impressed? That our sister Rose Kenya and the other officers were holding?
The explanation is that it's a recurrent expenditure.
Can I refer you to page 8 of the governor's response? Are you there, Mr. Munene?
No, I am not.
Page 8 of the governor's response, Mr. Speaker.
Tell my advocate to guide with documents. Tell them to give me the documents.
At page 8, paragraph 1.1.12, what is the explanation the governor offers?
As late as 15th August 2023, the mover of the motion at the County Assembly publicly through his Facebook page stating that the PA, driver, and protocol people were entitled to facilitations. That's a statement of fact.
What does she say at paragraph 1.1.7 of our defense?
So which page?
Page 7.
However, no embezzlement of funds has been established. Rose receives money as an imprest holder from time to time as per DMs.
Good. So you agree with me, sir, the governor's explanation for these prepayments, specifically the ones to our sister, is impressed. It's there in black and white, Mr. Munene.
Yes, I agree, it's impressed.
Good. To the best of your knowledge of the law, sir, can a public officer hold two imprests at the same time?
What do you mean by two impressed?
Exactly that. Two imprests. Can an officer hold two concurrent imprests?
Yes.
Are you familiar, sir, with the Public Finance Management, in bracket, County Government Regulations of 2015?
Yes, I am.
Can you read Regulation 93, paragraph 4, subparagraph B.
Regulation 93, it's on classes of imprests.
Yes.
An imprest shall be issued for a specific purpose, and any payments made from it shall be only for the purposes specified in the imprest warrant. There are two types of imprests, namely temporary or safari imprests and standing imprests.
If you pause there, the imprest alluded to in the governor's response is the temporary or safari imprest. Correct or incorrect?
I don't get the allusion.
You just read for us, there are two types of imprest.
Yes.
One is standing, and the other one is temporary, also known as safari. Now back to the defense you read for the governor. Didn't she say these were imprest for per diems?
Yes.
Therefore, you would agree with me, the governor's explanation refers to temporary or safari imprest. Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
And in fact, we are told in subparagraph 3 that these are meant for official journeys. Correct or incorrect from the regulation?
Where?
The same page you're looking at, regulation 93, subparagraph 3.
Says that temporary imprests shall be issued mainly in respect of official journeys and are intended to provide officers with funds with which they can meet traveling, accommodation, and incidental expenses.
Sir, is it possible for an officer to be on several safaris on the same day so that they would have several imprests on the same day?
I don't think there is a place where we have gotten several imprests on
Just
the same
answer
day.
my question, sir. We'll get there. Is it possible for a human being to be on 5 safaris on the same day?
It depends.
It depends.
Yes.
That takes me to paragraph 4, subparagraph B. Can you read it for the Senate?
Still on Regulation 93?
Of course, sir.
Before issuing temporary imprests under paragraph 2, the accounting officer shall ensure that the main objective of the journey cannot be achieved by other cheaper means. B, the applicant has no outstanding imprests.
Good.
C,
The accounting officer.
Day, November 8th. Just 2 minutes to time for today's second session of the afternoon sitting. Just a day before the President of the Republic of Kenya makes his way to Parliament tomorrow to host and deliver his State of the Nation address in accordance with Article 132(1) of the Constitution, which provides that the President must address a special sitting of Parliament at least once every year and may address Parliament at any other time. The President tomorrow is also expected to report on an address on all measures taken and the progress achieved in the realization of the national values referred in Article 10 and to publish the Gazette and the details of the measures' progress under the subparagraph. Tomorrow, being a special sitting, both houses of Parliament, the National Assembly and the Senate, are expected at 2:30 to be on the main chamber, that on the National Assembly, for the State of the Nation address, which is the second State of the Nation address by the head of state, President William Ruto. Today, the National Assembly is expected to consider a couple of motions and bills, and also the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National National Administration, Professor Kithure Kindiki, is expected in the House today in pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 42A 6B in order to answer to the questions in the plenary. The Cabinet Secretary for Administration and for National Administration and Interior is expected to explain, among other things, the status of investigations onto the disappearance of a couple of people, Ms. Esther Ruguru of Mathioya constituency, and to clarify whether any suspects have been apprehended or questioned in connections with the disappearance. Also is expected to explain the circumstances that has led to death and dumping of 12-year-old Jasmine Njoki's body at Mbaruk Center in Gilgil after she was dropped off by Roots Academy bus on 19 September 2023, and whether the state has had actions taken to apprehend and prosecute suspects in connection to the murder of the minor. The Cabinet Secretary this afternoon is also expected to provide a report on the status of investigations into the death of Nyai Ngala. A minor was allegedly killed by the GSU officers on 15th September 2023 in Kinangop constituency. Among others, the Cabinet Secretary is expected to clarify whether the ministry followed through its commitment to investigate the security situation in a couple of places in the country, among the Sondu within Nyakach constituency, and provide a report on the
Waheshimiwa, tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye kwa hekima na wema wako umeteua nyadhifa za viongozi na mabunge kwa ustawi wa jamii na utawala haki wa wanadamu, tukusihi utazame kwa neema nyingi sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita ili tutekeleze shughuli muhimu za jamhuri yetu. Tukuomba uteremshie baraka zako sisi tuliokutanika hapa, na utujalie tuyatende na kufikiria mambo yote tutakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako siendelezwe, na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Sergeant, we don't have quorum. Continue with the bell.